sure. Recording now. Recording here. All right, perfect. Now I do want to say something though, cause this got to do with last week or 2 weeks ago. You know we were talking about Sasuke, right? How he started. Nah, no. LJ, no. I'm finna talk to Dad, but before we get on that subject, let me do the introduction because you always say I take too long.
You do.
You say it.
I don't. That's not my job.
Anyway, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the 2 for 1 Special Podcast. Y'all already know what we got going on. I got my boy LJ with me and the OG Dad himself. Man, y'all go ahead and talk to these folks, man.
What's up?
What up, people?
Now, Dad, I did some research because usually I'm gonna tell the truth. Usually when me and LJ argue and have our little competition, I ain't gonna lie. LJ usually be correct. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I ain't finna give you nothing else. You getting that 7. So Dad, so when we left, I was like, bruh, I know for a fact Obito started this war. There's no way, because I saw all the filler and I watched it twice, because I watched it by myself and I watched it with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hold on.
I wasn't
Because
saying
you about to get ready. So
I was moving.
I was like, all right. So I went to Reddit. I was like, all right. So I know I'm not tripping. Obito started this war. There's no way Sasuke started this war. So I was like, you know what? The only place that would actually know is Reddit, because I'm pretty sure Reddit got everything in the world.
Yes, you get all your information from Reddit.
Now hold on, because you know how my memory is. I'm gonna forget some stuff. So Dad, I googled who started the Fourth Great Ninja War. An article popped up for Reddit. Cool. Let me go to Reddit. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, LJ portion. Here's what Sasuke did during that time. So Obito told Sasuke to go kidnap Killer Bee, because they were missing 2 tail beasts. They were missing 8 tails and they're missing 9 tails. Obito told Sasuke to, hey, go handle Killer Bee, kidnap him, and bring him back here so we can extract the tail beast from him. So come to find out, we all know Sasuke got killed. That man did not stand a chance against Killer Bee. He got wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
So LJ's second argument, how he actually started a war, was when he went and met the 5 Kages at the little summit. Mm-hmm. All right. So the article I was reading, because I knew I wasn't tripping, since Sasuke failed to get Killer Bee, I was told, like, all right, the 5 Kages are having a summit here. I need you to go over there and kidnap 1 or 2. I don't know. I think it's 2. But he just told him to go over there and kidnap a couple of them, so we can intimidate them, intimidate the great nation, so they can hand over the 8 tails and the 9 tails. Because somehow Obito knew that Killer Bee and Naruto are together. So he told Sasuke, like, hey, kidnap them, since we don't know what the 8 tails and 9 tails are, so they can hand it over to us, because we got 2 of the Kages. So Sasuke went over there, and lo and behold, guess what? He didn't get the job done. Now here's my argument, right? So Obito told Sasuke, since you trash and you garbage, since you couldn't do it, I'ma just go up there, me personally, and tell all 5 Kages, like, hey, I declare war on all the great nations. If you don't hand over the 9 tails and the 8 tails, I'm gonna wreak havoc on every single last one of y'all until y'all hand them over. And guess what? Gaara went up the little statue with Kakashi and all the other 5 Kage and said, look, we finna go to war with Madara, because they thought it was Madara at the time. Because we not finna hand over Sasuke and Killer Bee. Not Sasuke. We ain't finna hand over Killer Bee and Obito. I mean, damn. Killer Bee and Naruto. I'm tripping right now. So I was right all along. Now, technically, you could argue and say you was right, because number one, Sasuke, quote unquote, failed his 2 objectives Obito gave him, and Obito started the war. So Sasuke somewhat did, because his dumb trash behind couldn't achieve his objectives Obito gave him. So at the end of the day, Obito started the goddamn war. Sasuke, his dumb behind and weak self, got wrecked by Killer Bee. Then Obito gave him a second chance, and he got wrecked by the the 5 Kages. And Obito like, you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm finna just pull up all of them. Tell them, hey, if y'all don't hand over the 2-tailed beast that I need, I'm finna wreak havoc all the nations. And that will happen. Now the floor is yours, LJ. I want to hear this argument because you know damn well I was right. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just want to hear this argument.
Sure. So, Dad, you have anything to say before I say something?
Go ahead.
There's nothing you can say. I'm right. The whole thing I said was right.
Let's go back to what you really said.
What did I say?
You said
Ren.
the fault of the Great Ninja War was Kakashi.
Technically,
Because
it was.
Kakashi killed Ren.
Yeah, because if Obito went to the dark path or dark side because he saw Kakashi whole freaking arm and Ren, I guarantee you, if he saw that, he will be with Kakashi to this day. He probably would still be alive.
That may be true.
That is true.
You don't know that.
That man, okay.
You don't know that. I'm just saying.
You're right. We don't know that.
You don't know that.
But I'm just saying that played a significant part in it, though.
Sure, it played a significant part.
Well, we can agree.
Madara control those
What,
people.
LJ? What you trying to say? Get to your point.
I'm just putting it over. All right.
Because you know you was completely wrong.
No, I'm not completely wrong.
Sasuke did not start the war. I just want to put that
And
out
neither
there.
did your original argument. Your original
I'm just
argument
saying, my original argument
was that Kakashi is the reason for the Great Ninja War.
he kind of is, because I'll be told. But I'm just saying, I said that, but then I said, look, to be honest with you, because you said Sasuke started, and I like, yeah, but Kakashi kind of started it because Obito, but deep down it's Obito who started.
Deep down, it was Madara.
Yeah,
Because Madara
but
was controlling everything from behind the scenes.
I know. I said
That's
it in my
number one.
original argument.
Number 2,
Okay.
you can't blame Kakashi for the Great Ninja War because he put a hole into somebody's stomach.
You can because they had like hella flashbacks.
No, you cannot blame him for that.
He had hell.
He
Okay.
had to do that.
But here's my thing. How the hell, what's your argument with Sasuke? So how he started it though? After all the information I just gave you.
I give you that.
Okay then. That's
give
all I
you
want to
that.
say.
But you're
That's all.
still wrong in you saying.
When my original argument, I did say Kakashi started it. But I said Obito was the one who actually started the war.
Then you saying Obito started it.
But,
Obito didn't come up with those plans.
but I know Madara.
came up
I
with
said that. I said Madara would mind control Obito. Madara was mind controlling
He
Obito.
didn't really
the
mind
whole
control him. He just kept feeding him information.
That too, but he still was mind controlling him because he said, "Look, you gonna be back. You don't want to go outside." So he went outside and he saw Kakashi hold
Mind
on.
control, or is that just
All I know
manipulating the situation?
Manipulation.
All I know is I was right because Sasuke didn't start
I
the
give
war.
you 0.5 credit.
0.5.
And I mean, Sasuke still was a major part into because
because
he failed his mission.
He failed his
So
mission.
because he failed his mission,
Okay.
they had to start a ninja war. So in fact, it was Sasuke's fault because he failed his mission.
You still going back?
You actually up me
You
with
know
that
what? Give it. Give me a handshake.
I-
You won. Because you know what? You won.
one. I told you, I give you that one.
You won because I just gave up.
I told
At
you.
the end of the day, we got
And then
all.
I didn't even care. You the one who brought it back up.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it was dead.
I just want to prove a point. And at the end of the day, I didn't make a point.
You wanted to prove the point. Still didn't make the point.
But
And then
let's-
just accept defeat
but-
when I said I give you credit for part
But
of
at the
it.
end of the day, we can agree that that art was good. Though.
Yes.
It was a good art.
Yes, it was good.
But that's all.
Just who started it is in contention, I guess.
At the end of the day, it's whoever the hell y'all think who started it. Because it's so many people at this point. Fuck it. I don't know. Sasuke started it. Kakashi started it. Obito started it. Madara started
I
hell.
100% want you to know that this is all you.
All I know is Manito probably started this goddamn war. Because he forgot to seal. He failed to kill Obito in the first damn place.
I just want you to know you started most of that.
But that what was going on in the background, Dad.
didn't expect to join this podcast and get jumped like this, but it's cool. You know,
that's how we do it over here.
That's how you do over here.
All right, but before we get started on the daily dose of anime and the main topic, I got one thing I want to say. Then, Dad, I'm gonna let you share something that you sent me in Discord. Now, how y'all feel about this? Disney confirmed that Blade, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, and Avengers: Secret War are all delayed. Hold on, before you say anything, Dad. Blade has been pushed back until September 6th, 2024. Deadpool been pushed back November 8th, 2024. Fantastic Four been pushed back till February 14th of 2025. And Avengers Secret War been pushed back until May 1st, 2026. So that, since you're the comic book fan, because I saw that TikTok of you and your son going off on Storm.
that's my nephew.
Oh, that was your nephew? I saw
Yeah.
you going off on him, but go ahead, Dad, since you're a huge comic book fan. How you feel about that?
So let me say this. I think it's a good thing in this retrospect. Okay. They were coming out with stuff way like movies itself back to back, way too close to each other, and sometimes stuff got to breathe a little bit. Um, and you, in my opinion, because they were going to go from the Avengers, the King Dynasty, right to Secret Wars, like it's like 6 months or something like that.
I think so.
And yeah, and for me, like it wouldn't have been the same if they went from Infinity War to Endgame in 6 months either. I think that year to breathe and anticipation and stuff like that made it even greater for what happened in the last movie. So I think that you need for what happened in the King Dynasty, because some stuff's gonna pop off of King Dynasty to bring up Secret Wars. You know, um, I think you need time to breathe, take it all in. Do because why you say 6 months could be a long time, but like I think the year that we had from in between was great and it made it even better. So and like spacing the movies out a little more don't bother me because it is what it is. I like my and the way they're doing shows too. Like in between, you're getting Marvel like way too much. It is taking away the burnout too. So, and especially since Deadpool has Wolverine in it this year, like not this year, but this time, it's it's all gonna be great. So
Now, Jay,
I think it's a smart idea.
how you feel about it, OJ?
Um, I do wonder what the reasons they gave for the
Production?
production.
Yeah.
So that could just mean people's schedules couldn't link up at the right time, or they didn't have enough necessary. So there could be multiple things. I have no problem with it because just like Dad said, they needed to. They honestly, in all retrospect, after Endgame, yeah, after the last Avengers movie, there probably shouldn't have been another superhero movie for like 2 years. They should have just took a break, get people to be like, oh, I really want another superhero movie. That's what they should have waited, and then they could have did all of this.
Mhm.
But they didn't. They saw that they still can make money off it, and they will always be able to make money off of it. It's just people are a little worn out, and then you're also. I'm not saying you're scraping the barrel, but you're getting down to like the nitty gritty of who can you introduce. You now have Moonstone, or not Moonstone, but Moon Knight and She-Hulk on Disney Plus. You
Mhm.
got Blade coming out. You talking about making a Midnight Suns movie. You talking about making I forgot the superhero team that's full of monsters. It's Blade, Werewolf, and some other people.
I know what you're talking about, but I forgot the name.
Yeah, they're talking about making that movie. Like you're, in my opinion, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. With movies and with some of the superheroes. Not saying that they bad superheroes or anything. It's just you're doing everything, and I just think it might be trying just to take a break and reassess. But them taking this the production hit is probably be a good silver lining for them.
I got you. Well, go ahead, Ed.
Can I retort to what he just said?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, not trying to argue with you, LJ, because you know you my boy and everything, but like, does everything have to be like A-list superhero
Oh
stuff like
no,
that?
no, I'm not everything.
Because for what you just said is like the scraping, it's like the scraping the bottom of the barrel, like heroes and stuff like that. Let me throw this out there. When Iron Man first came out, was Iron Man A tier?
I I like Iron Man, but I like Iron Man because I used to watch the was it
Cartoon.
2000, yeah, the 2000 cartoon.
Yeah.
So I liked Iron Man. I thought he was
But
A
Iron
tier.
Man was nowhere near A tier. He was not.
Talking about the first movie?
Yeah, but when the first
Wait,
movie came out,
yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man was not A tier.
Okay.
But you're able to build characters and make them to where like how you want them to be. You know, like and a lot of it is what I love about Marvel is like they're always like the building like a whole universe together. So you're like, oh, this is why this person's not here because this person's all the way across the world over here. You know, like all this over here. They have different types of things going on. So it's like, I mean, I don't think you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I just think you're just making different worlds and like say, oh, okay, because that's what comic books is. Comic books, you're making different worlds and you have different people like how they're living their lives and the whole thing. You know, my thing is like, yes, you can have too much superhero stuff at one time, but like the smaller superheroes, is not say scraping the bottom of the barrel. It's just telling a different story about somebody. There's other people out there.
Sure, I take that, but Iron Man is more well known. So if I go up to, so say we're back in when the Iron Man movie came out, 2008.
Two. Hold on. I look it up real quick.
I just want before I say this.
Came. They sent me somewhere else.
That's you got Iron Man challenge.
I put Iron Man. That's all I know. I put Iron Man. I don't know what Google sent me. It came out in I did not ask for the birth of.
Okay.
No, hold on. 2008 came out.
Oh, so I was right.
Yeah.
Okay. So say this is 2007, and I say I go up to the random person and be like, "Do you know who Iron Man is? And do you know who?"
The Elementals.
The element. No. Do you know who? What's his name? He's Celestial. Adam something. He's being played by Harry Styles. It's the guy you saw at the end of the Eternals.
Adam Warlock.
Yes. There you go.
Oh, the dude. Yeah. The crazy.
So if I go up to somebody and say, "Do you know Iron Man or Adam Warlock?" Who would you think people would say they know?
Oh, Iron Man.
Exactly.
Yes.
So when I think of, I have I don't think it's different, but when I think of a list, if that's how you want to put it, superhero, I think of somebody you know. People are going to know Iron Man. People are going to know Captain America.
Yep.
People are going to know
Black Panther.
People might know She-Hulk. People might know some of the Celestials. Nobody really knew Moon Knight until recently. Some of the Defenders, people knew Daredevil. People might not known Luke Cage. People probably didn't know Iron Fist, and people definitely didn't know Jessica Jones. That's how I see it. So when I say scraping the barrel, I mean by people that people don't know other than maybe diehard comic book fans or people that like those characters and have put in the time to learn those characters.
Okay, you know, I hear you. Why I think of like, and I hear your point because not a lot of people know who Luke Cage is, and stuff like that. Daredevil, I would say that a lot of people didn't know Daredevil until like that Ben Affleck movie came out.
Okay.
But A tier superheroes at that time, you know, going between them all was like you had Spawn, Superman, Batman, and the X-Men. That's what you had, and all because like they came out with movies and stuff like that. Iron Man was below that because like he was like I would say A- tier at that point, you know, because like there was the Avengers show and everything like that. So you have that. So and Captain America was probably a little above Tony Stark at that time, but like they made Iron Man like S tier, like the top of the top. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it's just a matter of the story that you tell. You know.
I got you. Yeah.
I'm just a casual movie fan, so all the comic book talk y'all talking about, I'm so lost.
I mean, I
I know Adam Warlock though. I know him.
I don't know that much. I've read some comic books, and I've looked up things, but I don't know probably as much as Dad knows.
Nah, Dad on it. He
So,
only like My Hero. That's all I gotta say. He can argue up and down about My Hero, Madden, comic books, and something else. But when I gotta talk about Attack on Titan, y'all go crazy though.
That's because nobody want to hear that.
I mean, you could talk about it, but I mean, like, doesn't mean you're gonna be right or anything. Like, I mean, you can talk about all you want.
Nah, I'd rather him just not talk about it.
All right, so while y'all hate on my show, let's start it off.
It has to be good
with
to
the
be hated on.
Let's go ahead and start with the Daily Dose of Anime. All right, the first segment or the first topic or the first whatever, the big three has been back. I don't know when the last time the big three was together like this.
No. Are they saying that Boruto, because it's related to Naruto, is part of
Hey, I'm just
Heck
reading.
no.
I'm just reading what the articles say.
I refuse.
I'm just
I
saying.
refuse. You will not speak that blasphemy up in here.
I'm just saying.
Whoever wrote that article is dumb.
Hey,
they need to take their journey. If they got a license, they need to be taken.
All I'm saying is Bleach, One Piece, and Boruto are streaming together.
They need to be fired.
So they said the big three
immediately.
They said the big three.
That is
take it however you want to take it, LJ.
Boruto is nowhere near.
I didn't say I agree with this
not
article.
A part. Boruto is the evil child that you keep locked up in the attic and nobody talks about. That's what Boruto is. Boruto is the kid that you kick in the dumpster
LJ,
because he's stupid.
LJ, I'm just reading what the article said, man. So, Dad, we got LJ side. You calm down. You in timeout until we done.
Please clip this.
Dad, how you feel about the big three airing together again?
Let's not refer to it as that name because you can't have Boruto in there.
All I'm saying, I'm just reading what the article said.
Yeah, the article's stupid.
LJ, I told you, you calm down. So, Dad, what you?
As animated as LJ, but like that's not the third of the big three. If anything, you can put in Dragon Ball or something like that. You can say that was a big three, but you can't say Boruto is.
All I'm saying, the article says the big three are airing at the same time again. So I'm just going off with that. We know how trash Boruto is. You gotta say that. I'm just reading what the thing. No, I'm just reading what the thing said. Okay, just say okay.
I might watch one of the big three. I'll say that.
So let's move on before LJ had a heart attack over here. All right, Hunter x Hunter. The manga are making new chapters starting on October 23rd. How y'all feel about that?
Boruto is not part of the big three.
Look at
no. It just needs to be said. It is not part of the big three. It has not gone through what it needs to do. It does not drive a generation. Those three animated drove a generation and became what made anime mainstream. Those three did that. Boruto does not deserve that at all. So
LJ,
if it's called the big three again,
LJ, can I ask you what's the three that you're talking about? Give me your big three.
are you talking about what when you consider the big three? Because I
He said,
recently
"What's yours?"
what mine?
Yeah, if somebody like he just said, if somebody come up to you, what's your big three?
Oh, like
Yeah.
just my personal first three.
Yeah,
It would probably be
Yu Hakusho.
yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. I actually made an anime list and I'm trying to remember. Yu Yu Hakusho is number one. Number two would probably be G Gundam. And number three will probably be Gurren Lagann. Those are my three personally. But
Okay, so hold on. Let me finish this thought. Okay, so one of those three, I will say, it was mainstream.
yes,
I will say that. I will say one was mainstream. So, now let me ask you, what's your big three like mainstream? Like the ones that brought the like people like non-anime fans to anime. What's your big three?
my big three is Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Those are the three that made anime mainstream.
I would take out Naruto and put in Dragon Ball personally.
So Dragon
Hold on,
Ball.
before y'all say anything, me personally, I take out Bleach and put Dragon Ball, cause Dragon Ball's everyone know Dragon Ball. Everybody in the NBA, everyone know Naruto, and One Piece. There's no debate. Everybody know One Piece.
The thing about Dragon Ball, and you can say this about the other ones too. Dragon Ball to me made Toonami. It didn't make anime altogether because a lot of people back then didn't think Dragon Ball was anime. Okay, we know that now.
Well, yeah, you're right. A lot of people.
It's just like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
People didn't consider that anime
Cartoon,
until we understood what anime was.
Yeah.
It was a cartoon to us.
Well, until Dad probably knew what.
Dad probably knew, but I'm talking about people in our generation. I'm not talking about your generation, Dad, because you're a little bit older than us. But when anime became mainstream, I'm not trying to say nothing, but you gotta call a spade a spade. But when I talk about generations, I'm talking about our generation because our generation is what made anime go zoom. Your generation is the generation like
it started, but it started,
and it was like, why y'all watching cartoons? That's what that was. Our generation is why y'all watch. Oh, that's a cool cartoon. Okay, I might watch that. That's what our generation is, and that's the difference. And I can see why you say Dragon Ball, but to me, Dragon Ball was. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna use drug references because I've had to do a drug thing recently. So I'm just use drug references. Dragon Ball is a gateway drug. It introduces you. The big three are the hard stuff that you're like, oh, this is why it's so good. That's how I consider Dragon Ball. I also consider Sailor Moon, and I used to consider Yu Yu Hakusho until it got way older. Gateway animes as well.
Okay, so let me say this because that analogy, while it's a good analogy, kind of threw me off. Okay,
I know I couldn't think of a better one, but that's I did a whole drug. Don't worry about it.
It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy. The way you explained it was good. It just how good you made it. It sounded really good. First of all, I will say this. My intro to anime. Right before Dragon Ball was Ronin Warriors.
I thought you were about to say Rama. I'm like, ooh, man.
Ronin Warriors was my gateway because I remember me and my cousin would sitting out playing video games, and we had a 2 TV setup, which was weird because I don't know why we did, but like something was playing in the background. Also, we heard Ronin Warriors play for the first time. What the heck is this? And we stopped what we were doing when we watched it. We were in love with it, and ever since then we started looking at more anime. That being said, Dragon Ball was out before Toonami. I just want to throw that out there.
I said Dragon Ball made Toonami. I didn't say Toonami made Dragon Ball.
I just want to make that clear. And I get your point to where it was gateway and stuff like that, but I still think okay. I'll lean more than what Randall said. I'll say take out what you call it, Bleach, and put in Dragon Ball.
What's the Bleach hate? Why y'all?
Not to Bleach didn't hit the community like it hit the community.
No, I just don't think y'all was with that part.
No. I love Bleach.
Yeah, Bleach is Bleach good, but it just didn't hit like.
Bleach has 7 million fillers.
Okay, see, I can understand that. If you say the fillers, I will be like, okay, yeah, you're right. You can take it out now.
And Bleach didn't hit the community like the other three.
I do think it hit the community as the other three. I just think, as Dad said, it has fillers. And so, with that being a question, and I've had this question posed to me multiple times, and this is how I say, this is how you know it's a gateway anime. What anime will you tell somebody to watch? If it's their first time watching an anime, what is it?
Dad gonna say My Hero.
No, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about modern. I'm talking about the old school ones. Modern.
I say Yu Yu Hakusho off the
Yu Yu
rip.
Hakusho,
Off the rip.
100%. Yu Yu Hakusho, 100%.
Why not Dragon Ball?
I mean, you can, but if you trying to get into anime, let's say he never watched anime, I'd just say Yu Yu Hakusho because it just got a way better story.
Because
yeah, way better story.
Okay, LJ, I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm saying Yu Yu Hakusho, I'm saying start Yu Yu Hakusho from the beginning to the end.
Right.
If I'm saying Dragon Ball, I'm not having them watch original Dragon Ball. I'm having them start with maybe Dragon Ball Z, and I'm having them start from the toward middle and end of the Raditz part, and then go from there. You know. Because you still get all the growth, but I figure like before then, people might think it's kind of slow, you know.
And piggyback off of that, Dragon Ball got so many parts. With Yu Yu Hakusho, just got 50, 46 episode. Boom, that's it.
You know, got 80 something.
What, 80 something? Well, you know, it don't got too many. It just got like 4 arcs,
but
and all over the place like Dragon Ball.
Okay, but you can also be like,
I would say it's all over the place. So no, let's not do that.
No, I'm just saying because you got the movies, and then you got all the non-canon, and you got the canon stuff. With Yu Yu Hakusho, you just got the 4 arcs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to get at. Like to the person who trying to get into anime, they don't want to.
Yeah, 112.
Well, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, they only got like 4 arcs, and it's like, all right, boom. Well, after this arc is done, all right, here's the next arc. With Dragon Ball, you got 1 arc, then you got like hella filler, then you got canon, you got non-canon, you got the movies, then you got the non-canon movies.
Well, Yu Yu Hakusho has movies.
I didn't know that.
Most of them are non-canon. Wait, it's only 2.
I was like I said, I don't know that, but
they're not canon at all, though.
Yeah.
But with Yu Yu Hakusho, it's just simple. You just sit down, watch it.
So you're saying for simplicity reasons,
if somebody who's trying to,
Yu Yu Hakusho.
If somebody who's trying to like get into it, I tell them if we're gonna compare Dragon Ball versus Yu Yu Hakusho, I say go to Dragon Ball.
So I'm talking about animes from I give a deadline 2006 and on backwards. So we're not talking about we're not talking about.
Well, to be honest with you, some of the anime is up to them.
It's true. But
like,
I do think there are animes where if somebody say I want to get into, like today, like if somebody say you want to get into anime, what would you tell them? My Hero.
My Hero.
Yeah, right now.
That's 100%. That's why people be like, why is My Hero not a big 3? If there was a new big 3, I'm now of the opinion that there's only one big 3, and that big 3 has always been Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, because of what they did for that era. I don't think there's a big 3 now. I just think there's just really good animes. But I still believe that there are gateway animes, like I said.
Hold on. You can argue and say My Hero, Black Clover, and Demon Slayer, the new big 3.
No, because so here's the thing about the big 3. You can't go out of style. I guess you have to. That's what I'm trying to say. You have to be consistent on the top 3 charts.
No, I'm just saying why you don't consider those the next big 3? Because those, a lot of people think those are.
Because if I say that, then people are gonna say, "What about Jujutsu Kaisen? What about Fire Force?
Well, that was just.
What about?" And then you start getting wider, and people are starting to say, "Oh, you forgetting about like Attack on Titan." Oh, you forgetting about Spy X Family.
Now look, I ain't gonna look. I love Attack on Titan, but I ain't.
No,
I can't.
you might not say that,
I'm
but
just-
I know a lot of people who would say
Yeah.
Attack on Titan is big three. I do not, and I would say this: Attack on Titan is definitely not Gateway.
No.
It is an
No.
own lane.
It's definitely not Gateway.
You cannot start nobody on Attack on Titan.
They would
Yeah,
probably
trust me,
have.
Yeah, you can't.
But that's why I don't think there's a big three now, because they keep interchanging. Because right now, I think Black Clover's not even.
No, it's not.
Even, is not doing anything.
It's not. No, they about to start doing the manga. It's been on hiatus for a while.
but
the anime itself is
but I don't think it. But after you start hearing about Jujutsu Kaisen and Fire Force, that started to go down, and then a new season came out and it went back up. With the big three, there was never no changing. It was always those three was at the top.
Yeah.
The only one that has stayed at the top consistently, in my opinion, is My Hero, and My Hero is such a, it is done so well. It is a gateway for people to enter into anime. But besides the point, Boruto's still not part of the big three.
I was about to say, how we even get on this?
And then Hunter x Hunter stuff, cool that they're making new stuff. I don't really care about Hunter x Hunter that much.
What's your intake, Dad?
No, what I'm saying is this, though, like, I would rather, like, cause I would rather say it should be like a Mount Rushmore of anime, where there's four, and not only is it four, it's like Mount Rushmore is like what brings people to anime. It's like the beginnings of anime that would that stand the test of time, and people know, and people say, "Oh, I know that one. Oh, I heard of that one." So, and to be honest, if it's Mount Rushmore, I wouldn't put Bleach in there. I would not, because not everybody knows what Bleach is. I guarantee you, if you go to a random person and you talk to them and say, "What do you know more, Sailor Moon or Bleach?" 7 out of 10 people will say Sailor Moon.
Well, isn't that because Sailor Moon recently just got a remake? Not a complete remake, but it was like.
I don't know. Probably the average. I don't know.
I'm gonna date myself here, but when I was a kid, everybody knew what Sailor Moon was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All the girls knew Sailor Moon because they knew who Tuxedo Mask is and all that stuff. Not everybody just say, like, watch Bleach, like, oh, I like Bleach. They know it was. If you ask, like, the mainstream people who don't really rock with anime, who they know and stuff like that, you're going to get more Sailor Moon than Bleach.
I don't. And me personally, I don't think so. I think Sailor Moon has ran its course. And I find more people, and this is just me because I've ran into multiple people. I have this little anime thing on, like, I watch, and people that you would not think watch anime who come up to me and say, "Oh, you watch such and such, right?" And so I had that conversation the other day, and we was talking about it, and one of the persons had a Sailor Moon ringtone on their phone, but they didn't know Sailor Moon. They liked the ringtone, but they never heard of Sailor Moon. But when I said, "Oh, well,
that's the poser stuff,"
that is the poser stuff. But the person I was talking to was like, "I've only heard of Sailor Moon. I don't know nothing about it." But they knew stuff about Bleach, even though they didn't watch Bleach. They knew stuff about Naruto, but they watched a couple episodes of Naruto. They knew stuff about One Piece, mostly because that's what the one that they watched. So that's what I'm saying is that I think, and that's why people don't say anything about Yu Yu Hakusho anymore, because Yu Yu Hakusho is old. And I personally, if I was going to start somebody, I want to start them with Yu Yu Hakusho, because it's just an old animation style, and people are not going to like that anymore. The only people that going to like that is people who are true anime people.
That's why I said it all depends on who it is.
Yes, it does also depends on who it is. Because usually if it's when I know the person, if I'll be like, okay, you like action stuff, so I'm gonna start you with a shonen. But if it's somebody I know, like I had a couple of my female friends ask me about anime, and I'll be like, go watch Spy X Family. You might like that one, or like a slice of life that I've seen. Because they don't like action, they like the romance. But I don't watch too much romance anime. the closest one I've seen recently is Spy X Family. Or Cyberpunk Edge Runners, because that's just sad. But
everybody don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, just the moral of the story is Boruto is not the big three. Will never be the big three. And don't need to be in that article as the big three. And the big three will be and forever will remain as the ones that we are talking about.
Oh man.
Is Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. That's it. I won't say nothing else.
Hold on, I gotta ask Rando a question. Because
Look here, I'm not finna get in that argument.
no, yes you is. You here. What do you think people know more of, Sailor Moon or Bleach?
Well, my first anime was Sailor Moon, so I'm gonna say Sailor Moon. Just for the simple fact, Sailor Moon back in the day, early 2000s, was running merchandise out the wazoo, and to this day, Sailor Moon is still being brought up in anime conversation. And like I said,
always be brought.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So will Bleach.
I know, but I'm just saying. Overall, I would say Sailor Moon, just because Sailor Moon got that community, then you got our community who jumped on it, and then you got the early 2000 community.
Are you saying community or generation?
Generation still,
okay.
Still the same thing, community generation. But like I said, my first anime was Sailor Moon, and to this day, people still talk about it because you got animes that was made around the time with Sailor Moon that's nobody talked about no more. And like I said, the merchandise and everything else from Sailor Moon was just, like I said, Sailor Moon. Either way go, Bleach, Sailor Moon, both good animes. But like Dad said, I will pick Sailor Moon over Bleach, just from the simple fact it kind of start off slow, and then it picks itself up. With Sailor Moon, it just boom, 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 boom. So, like I said, I watched both though, or I did watch both, but I'll go with Sailor Moon. Me personally, I won't tell like somebody our age right now. I won't tell them like, "Hey, watch Sailor Moon." No. If they like the vintage, like old school type stuff, then like hop on Sailor Moon. You might like it, but other than that, I ain't gonna tell nobody to watch Sailor Moon. Like if you been on anime and like let's just say you came on anime early 2000s. It's 2022. I'll be like, you need, you should jump, go back and watch Sailor Moon because Sailor Moon inspired pretty much a lot of the animes you watch. Same thing with Evangelion. I'll tell a lot of folks to go watch Evangelion because a lot of these animes.
Evangelion is not a gateway anime.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying for people who already in the anime.
Oh.
No, I ain't. Bro, what, bro? No, I'm not finna. No, if somebody knew, I'm not finna. No, that's a death
we're talking
threat.
about gateway and big three.
I know,
and
but
I don't consider.
No, I'm just saying.
Evangelion is a great anime if you're into that.
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. I'm just saying if somebody who been watching it, watching anime, I like you need to go back because that's number one for me is Evangelion, Neo Evangelion, because Evangelion started a lot of animes that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah,
without Evangelion, almost 15% of anime that's out probably wouldn't even be existed. They probably would, but but still, Evangelion was like broke so many records when it came out, and it's still breaking records to this day. So that's my number one. But like Dad said, I would say to me Sailor Moon, because like I said, it was my first ever anime, and I still remember it to this day. And I was like
and you
3 or
brought
4.
something up too that I didn't even mention, the merchandising and stuff like that, and what the community like. You don't see too much Bleach merchandising in Western. Sailor Moon is a huge part of the gay community also. So like is Sailor Moon is, I think, way more mainstream than Bleach, in my opinion.
Understandable.
That's a tough. I mean, I kind of agree, but still, to argue, that's a tough because it's all over the place. Because I know
I think so. Again, and I'm gonna say this, and I know you're gonna disagree with this, Dad. That's the reason why I think Sailor Moon is so popular is because people really thought it used to be a cartoon.
We can argue.
People used to think Yu Yu Hakusho was a cartoon.
No, we can argue that.
But I think that's why merchandising did so well, and that's why it did well because people thought it was a cartoon. People didn't realize it was anime.
Well,
When you think of anime, think of the animes back in that time, and remember the ones that you would get laughed at about if you watched it.
Well, if you think about it too, like okay, back in my day,
And then again, we are talking about two generations, so
well,
we
hold
also
on.
have to
Let's
get that
let's
in order.
let's hear what Dad say. Cause when we came up, like I said, Sailor Moon, I was like 4 when I saw it. So I was a baby.
okay, so
So
like when those like we didn't even know what really anime was on the West.
yeah,
Exactly.
Like like to us, yes, it was a cartoon. It wasn't until like I remember when I first heard the word anime. Say anime, like what is anime? Somebody and then like somebody who was like into it, like was like, oh, that's like your Dragon Balls. Oh, it's called anime. Give me more of that.
yeah.
And, so it's like we didn't even know what anime is on the West. So it's a matter of like those were our gateways. Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Sailor Moon. I would say Ronin Warriors. Maybe like 10 people know what Ronin Warriors is right now. So like, you know, but those were gateways to tell you what anime is. By the time you guys came around, anime was more well known. People knew it, and I would say like maybe like in the middle of you guys, anime became accepted instead of like teased about watching cartoons.
Now to cut you off, there, I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm the point that you brought up when our generation came in. I think how what LJ argument was how people consider it as a cartoon or why people consider it as a cartoon. Around that time, it was getting mainstream. The reason why it was getting mainstream, and a lot of reason why people think it was a cartoon during our time, LJ. Nickelodeon, WB4 TV, Cartoon Network, Disney, all those cartoon companies was picking up these so-called
Because that was the
animes.
only way you were going to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
those shows.
I know. That's my argument though. These
Yeah.
these cartoon companies was picking up animes and brainwashing us, considering like, hey,
It was cartoons.
it was
Right.
cartoons, yeah. So
So
that's
until we got older.
until we realized like, hey, these are. That's why a lot of people get made fun of. They were like, hey, you watching a 42-year-old doing all this, but back in the day, technically it was anime. But since when America brought it back over here with us. Instead of having or putting it on his own channel, whatever, they put it on the kids' channel, and they brainwashed us to say, "Hey, these are cartoons." And later on, once we figure out what it actually was, everybody stuck with it and be like, "Yeah, that's not anime. That's cartoons." No, it's not. It's anime. But when we brought it over here to America, Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network picked it up and made y'all think it's actually cartoons. So, that was our fault. I guarantee you, if those companies didn't bring it up, it would.
But if those companies also didn't bring it up, it would have took longer for anime to be found and accepted.
Yeah.
But the finish is out, so we can go on and finish out the thing real quick. I hear what y'all saying about Sailor Moon and being a gateway, and I think it comes back to the generation things. There's different gateways for generations, right, and depending on where you watch your anime. Because Sailor Moon came out in 1992, and its final episode was 1997. Randall might have been 2. No, you would have been 1, and I was a couple months old when Sailor Moon finished.
No, I was 3. Oh, 1997.
1997.
Yeah.
And it was February, so I know that's before your birthday, so you had to be at least 1.5.
No.
February 8, 1997.
Yeah, 1.5.
You were 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
How I know your...
I don't even want to tell you how old I was. Like, we'll just get past that part.
But with that being said, the reason we know about this is because of Toonami Cartoon Network showing it, and like Brenda said, we got brainwashed into.
Now I would say this: how I don't know how in the world I got on Sailor Moon. All I know is in this room we recording, we had an antenna TV right here across where the camera is at. All I know is I was flicking some channels and it came on. Like I said, we ain't had Cartoon Network back then. Well, I think we did, but with the with antenna TV, you ain't have those. So I don't know where I don't know which it was. Let me just keep it
It
real.
might have been one of the Saturday morning because I
No,
do.
it was like nighttime.
I definitely don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. All I know is I just flicked through a channel and Sailor Moon popped up. And
Right.
the reason why I got on it is because I ain't gonna lie, because of the girls, of course, and I was young. But and then they start doing like twirls in the fighting scenes and stuff like that. So like I said, I really don't know. I was like 4 or 5ish around that time. So I really don't know how I got put on to Sailor Moon though.
Gotcha. And I mean that's what most people is. You just flipping channels something when you was young and you just find something.
Like, I think the bigger question is, why are you like 4 or 5 years old and looking at girls? Like, I think that's the bigger question.
All I'm saying is,
I was just gonna skip over
nah,
that.
if we want to take it up, will you rather me look at somebody?
All right. Let's comment
just
out,
saying.
people.
Hey,
let's
Dad want to
comment.
take it up.
Goodness gracious.
So like, I just try to
Look, all I'm saying is I get this whole show canceled right now if we want to take it.
All right. Anyway, what's the next topic before
Dad, don't start.
we literally before we started this, we was
I was
like,
just saying.
how's the
I was just saying, Dad wanted he wanted the answer. I'm finna give him to him.
It's fine. You're
I'm
doing
just
well. Now you
saying.
try to get us canceled.
I'm just saying, I get his canceled if he want the truth now. All right, so since LJ, you started all this.
I did because it had to be said. Look, that you knew. Yeah, no what? I'm done.
You sure you done?
Yeah. Get it out, LJ. Get it out, LJ.
He need to do something.
Okay.
All right, so we moving on. Because hell, the topic, I guess we gotta wait till the next week to do the real
You should have
topic.
warned me about that.
I didn't know that would trigger you.
You should have warned me about that.
I didn't know that would trigger you, and you went on this. I don't know what you went on, but I'm scared of. I'm scared to talk now because you might get triggered and go back to that.
No, I'm good.
I don't want to hear nothing else about how I acted the last podcast.
You right. Look here, because
wait, no, wait. If I remember correctly about the last podcast, he was just going off.
Nah, Dad was on one.
That you was really on one.
Nah, you was on one. You
This
on one.
Everybody.
You on one
I just
today.
got a little bit more triggered than everybody.
Look here, this whole entire podcast since we started recording. Yeah, I talk about Attack on Titan, but I don't take it to the level y'all two be taking it. Dad went off on My Hero.
That's because Attack on Titan sucks.
And
So you have no reason to
here.
go off on it.
I'm just saying this.
How can you go off on something when you know it's bad? I don't understand that.
I'm not. Because guess what? It's way better than your anime.
What's my anime? I don't even have an anime right
Yu Yu
now.
Hakusho.
I know you just didn't say that to my face.
It's the truth though.
We're about to really end this podcast. I ain't coming back.
Look here, can we move on?
I don't know. Not that you said that.
Here we go. Bleach dethroned Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to become the highest rated anime of all time.
And y'all was talking about. Oh, nobody knows Bleach. Why does nobody know Bleach?
You know for a fact TikTok played a huge role in this, so don't even start. You know for a fact. Cause
then it's not even on Crunchyroll. It's on Hulu.
People got Hulu.
Not that many people got Hulu.
I'm just saying you can get
A lot of
Hulu.
people got Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu is cheap. Hulu like the cheapest subscription out there.
But people got it because of Bleach or some other anime.
Hulu, to be honest with you, Hulu is like better than anything. Cause like I said, Netflix is high. Everything else is high. Hulu legit like the cheapest option out there. And you get everything.
I mean, Hulu Live is good. I just don't. There's nothing really on Hulu I like. But I don't have subscription.
All I'm
services
saying
anyway,
is,
so I don't really care.
Have you ever searched Hulu's library?
Yeah, I used to have Hulu.
When? Like 5 years ago?
No, I think it was 2 years ago. And I really didn't like too much anything.
Nah,
but
Hulu,
I don't watch real TV.
Right.
I only watch certain things.
But
if you don't have something that interests me on it, I won't.
All I'm saying is though, the community and social media played a huge role in Bleach being #1. Cause that's all I've been seeing on TikTok for the past 2-3 weeks. I know, but I'm just saying people pick it back off.
I'm just saying.
It's the same thing gonna happen with Attack on Titan. Even though I'm not trying to, push it, but I'm just saying that's gonna happen with
Not
Attack
gonna
on
reach number 1 though.
I ain't gonna argue and say that because hell, we don't know what the ending gonna be.
Honestly, I just feel like they really gonna mess up that ending. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling.
All I'm saying is this: the author himself came out saying the ending gonna be different from the manga. So I don't know.
I don't think I don't think it's gonna be that different. But
that's what I'm saying.
It's hard to mess up the ending and the ending's not bad.
It's not what people expect.
No, it's not. And I knew that was going to happen because that happens all the time in anime.
Of course.
But I knew it was going to hit Attack on Titan hard because y'all fell too hard for the anime.
And plus, it was a leak or somebody made a statement saying the ending gonna be dark, and everybody was decided. And when they saw the ending and it wasn't like dark, then like I said, Attack on Titan, I love it.
Attack on Titan is like you're in a toxic relationship with your girlfriend.
He really is in a toxic relationship with this anime.
Yeah, because because when you first meet him, it's like, oh, everything's good, and in season 2, you think, oh, this person's abusive, they don't like me, but they can change. And the first thing, they changed, but there's still a lot of little abuse. That's Attack on Titan.
Yeah, they changed, but you see the minor changes.
Pretty
much. You got 3. We waiting for part 3 now.
Attack on Titan. Look, I already told you my side.
We looking for the 3rd change.
But Attack on Titan is pretty much like Evangelion. Is what the movie?
No, Evangelion is so much better.
No, I'm talking about how the releases.
Oh, that's because
because Evangelion the movies is exactly how Attack on Titan is doing.
That's because they be running out of money because
wasn't. No. The reason why it was delayed so much is the author.
I mean, he also got but they also wanted the top is of animation.
Yeah, but still they rushed like 3 and 4. They rushed all
because those things needed to come out.
It needed to come out, but it's like the 4th movie been delayed for 5-6 years.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say is the Attack on Titan doing like.
But Attack on Titan, but those are movies. I can understand that. This is a show that you're literally making like. Chopping whole chapters.
All I'm saying
into
is
thirds.
All I'm saying
and
is
putting them out for 3 episodes.
Season 1 to me was 10 out of 10.
Like they doing what One Piece does, and people don't like that about One Piece, but at least One Piece is good.
Attack on Titan is good too. I mean, go look. Hey, I haven't voted. I didn't vote. The world voted, and I am
talking about that stupid TikTok.
No, I ain't talking about the stupid TikTok. I'm talking about IMBM, the rating, the TV website that IMDb. I don't know what I said. That right there. I don't know what I said. Whatever Dad said, that's correct. But that website rates the movies and TV shows, and it's top 10 for anime. Legit is Attack on Titan. Who voted for it? The whole world. I didn't vote for it. I'm just saying what the whole world put out there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
IMDb to vote anyway.
A lot of people.
I was leaving that alone.
A lot of people. I guess.
Had the same thought.
I'm just saying that's a lot of people because it was some votes on there. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I've never voted on IMDb.
I never
but I have
period.
looked up IMDb to look up stuff.
I never vote period because I'm like, bro, I just don't. I don't know. I just don't vote. I mean, I'll vote for the president stuff. But
okay.
I just want to clarify that.
We ain't gotta get. Nobody needs to know that.
I just want to clarify that though.
Nobody.
Because I want y'all to think I don't vote. I do vote for that though.
Oh,
but I don't vote for that.
Let's keep going.
I just want to clarify that.
Let's keep going.
Because that sounded so out. No, that didn't sound.
We had enough time to get canceled today. Like this is like.
I just want to throw that out.
Whatever clips y'all make me make for this is definitely.
All these clips gonna be on you because you went off today. So
I did not go off.
So Dad,
I do not. I felt facts. That was not going on.
All I'm saying is
I spoke
all
facts.
these damn clips that's coming from this episode is you.
I spoke facts.
Cause that's all you was on one. Dad was on one, so all the clips for next episode gonna be on Dad, and all these clips on this episode gonna be on you.
I cannot. That it's not my fault that I speak facts.
No, you just got triggered from one anime
because it was a fact that it's not.
And you still going off.
Just go on to the next thing.
Tokyo Revenge is in his anime or manga. 5 chapters left. Hey, y'all ever watched the anime?
I've heard good things about it.
It's
but I never watched
fantastic. I love it. I watched season 1. I love it. Dad, have you seen Tokyo Revenge?
No, I haven't.
It's a good fight anime. Well, it's hand-on-hand combat. It's good though. I like it.
Aren't they just a bunch of gangsters that fight each other?
They are not dancers.
I said gangsters.
Oh, they say dancers. Yeah, they gangster kids. High school. Fight
Hey,
fists.
delinquents. I guess you want to say.
Delinquents?
That's what they call them. Yeah, they delinquents.
Trigun. Stampede. Oh, I know this one. CGI. Come out January 2023.
That's the new movie.
I think that's the movie.
Yeah, that's the new movie.
Yeah. I saw the trailer of it CGI. I'm kind of iffy on it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it though.
It's a lot better. It's some better CGI than I've seen on.
It is. It's all right.
It's just CGI that throws off everybody. But I love Trigun. That's another one of my favorite animes. So
I know. That's why I brought it up.
Well, you brought it up because it was on the website, ain't it? It's not on the website?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, okay.
I knew you liked it, so I took a screenshot of it.
Gotcha. Well, yeah. No, Trigun is a good anime. And I've seen it in pretty much... I'm not really ruining anything. It's just stuff you will see from the trailer.
I'm about to say, if they don't know Trigun yet, y'all
I can see people not knowing Trigun.
Well, yeah, because you had to be low key. Well, it wasn't low key, but it came out when we was yeah. So it was old school.
So that one I don't like. If you don't know Yu Yu Hakusho, depending on your age,
you wouldn't know Trigun.
You wouldn't know Trigun. But if you're my age and you don't know Yu Yu Hakusho, I'll slap you. If you
hold on.
What?
Now, I love Attack on Titan, but I don't take it as far as you.
I mean,
so you can't talk to me no more. I don't care.
No, I'm again. That's just fact.
Look here, I just be saying my stuff to trigger y'all.
If you come up to me and you say, "Oh, I love anime. I've been watching it since we the same age, probably since as long as you," and I say, "Oh, you know Yu Yu Hakusho," and you say no. You just say, "We're slapped in the face." I don't make the rules.
All I'm saying is,
I just follow them.
Y'all think I be taking it serious?
You know I'm an inspector. I'm just saying. I get the rule book. I look at it.
When it comes to,
say if you don't know, I slap you.
I say my piece. Y'all want to go to the extreme and do everything else.
It's in the bylaws. It's in the guidelines of anime fans.
I believe every single last minute of this episode is gonna be clips of you. I'm just gonna put that out there.
That's fine.
Because
I speak in facts.
Because I don't know what you did before you got here.
I've been working on school stuff for the last 24 hours. I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. I'm sleeping. But y'all making this BS up. From these stupid sites, talking about stupid stuff, talking about Bardos on the big three, it don't make no sense. And you know it don't make no sense. And you're trying to defend it, and it can't be defended.
I can't even speak
No, you can't.
to even defend it, bro.
Yeah, I'm tired.
All I'm saying is,
I'm taking a stand today. I refuse.
Trigun Stampede is coming out January of 2020.
It's gonna be a good movie. The CGI, it might be iffy, but
it's not angry. It's gonna be a good movie.
It should be good. It's about
I hope it is to calm you down. God, dog, you on one today. Dad was on one. You on one today.
That's not my fault.
Dad put his energy towards you. All right, so
he came. No, you gotta remember, he came in here talking about, oh man, how was that Armin loss? And we're like, we know we suck. We're bad. We're horrible. We're trash. We're a dumpster fire. We know this. Leave us alone. You could have came in here, man. Did y'all see Tennessee? And we would have been so happy. Tennessee beat Alabama. After that horrendous, no defense at all football game. And then Tennessee fans gonna go and take down the goalpost. Like, why you gotta rush the field and take down the whole combo? Like, what you doing? And then they took it to the river and they put it in the Tennessee River. Like, why? Why? For what reason are you going to take down your own school goalpost? You literally, like I saw the whole video. You get out the gate. I don't even know how y'all got the gate.
I don't know how they got out the gate with it either. Like
Bruh.
I don't know how
that's
they got the
crazy.
game.
The fact that it was half the goalpost. So where the other half at?
No, they took all
No,
two
the-
goalposts. They split them and they took all both halves and they threw every half into the Tennessee River.
So that
And
make
this
that,
morning,
hold on, that make you feel some type of way?
it's just stupid. And then this morning, the news gonna be like, this morning, the Tennessee River had 4 parts of a goalpost just going down the river. No, you saw the video. What you thought was gonna happen? It was just gonna magically get out the river? I ain't getting out the river. I threw it in the river. Don't make no sense.
So I want to point out that I like that would have been a good collector's item, but that's like a, you know, like you don't want to get caught with that in your home because then you going to jail. But like it's funny to me. Like I'm laughing. Like they threw it in the river for no reason.
No reason. Just toxifying the whole entire water system over there. A fish gonna come over there and be like, "Ooh, food," and just nibble on a piece of metal. And then somebody gonna fish it, and they be like, "Why is this? What's this yellow piece of metal in the goalpost? Oh, it's the goalpost. Oh, from that time." Eating mercury fish. I mean, well, the fish already got mercury, but you know.
Randall, next podcast you're up, man. You got to go off on something.
I ain't going off. Cause I ain't finna raise my blood pressure like y'all did.
My blood pressure's not rose. I just
Hell, I can't tell.
shut up and keep going.
I'm afraid to even go either further. But hopefully I enjoyed the anime talk, cause that was the last anime portion right there. Cause I'm afraid to even go on about some more. So here's the topic.
I think we already had the topic. I'm just saying.
That was the topic. I mean, this the topic, but hell, you made the new topic.
No. You. No.
Look, I read an article.
You.
Hold on.
You foresaw.
No, look. Before you even say anything, I saw the article.
Uh-huh.
I clicked it. I mean, I didn't click. I screenshot it on my phone.
Yeah.
I did not agree to say that Boruto was the big 3.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know. I know your relationship with Boruto.
Mm-hmm.
I know you. I didn't believe you at first because you said from the very beginning when Boruto first came out, you said that's nothing but a cash grab. I'm not finna watch it, and you'll see. And I did doubt you. I'm like, nah, because the first episode, but yada yada, they feel make it dark. And I believe in you. Well, now I believe you because we came out and say, or they came out and say 70%.
How many episodes of filler?
700?
I think. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
All I know is damn near the whole show.
Yeah.
So you was right. I did not know that would trigger you. Me saying it was a big 3. Now just no. Stop, please, because you said enough. I'm afraid you may break the mic. just. Yeah. All right. So technically, this is supposed to be the main topic, but LJ, I really don't know. You turn into your uncle, right there.
Which one?
The pastor.
No.
Yes, you did.
I turned to my Uncle Gus, maybe.
No, you turn into him when he about to go off his last, cause you know when we about to leave and how he grabbed the mic and start. Oh snap! How he grabbed the mic and start. You know, you just did that. Your uncle tapped into you today. And when you go back, you're gonna be like, yeah, he was right. Can you show did? Cause you start slamming the table, all that. But anyway, this is supposed to be the main topic here. Now, before I say anything, these gonna be leaks. So if you guys don't want to hear it, I understand. But I'm finna talk about Pokemon. Now, I sent this to LJ. I ain't sent it to you, Dad, but I sent this to LJ.
Why you send it to me?
I don't know why I didn't send it to you. I was about to, but you hit me up and we was talking about what.
Yeah, but still, hit me up, man. Like, send me this stuff too.
It's my fault, Dad. But nah, bro, we was talking about something. It just got me sidetracked. But I was supposed to send it to you though, but I forgot. All right, so but it ain't nothing but some numbers though. All right, so Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, for what I know, there's like 2 or 3 leakers that are actually accurate right now, and they data mine the Pokemon game. How, I do not know. So allegedly, Scarlet and Violet are bringing in 300 old Pokemon. 103 new Pokemon are coming into the game. You're only able to transfer 42. So that means a total of 445 Pokemon will be in the game.
445 Pokemon.
445 Pokemon, yeah, are going to be in Scarlet and Violet. Now,
Scarlet and Violet.
yeah. So here's the percentage.
445.
Uh huh. Here's the percentage. 93 gonna be from the first region.
Oh,
Or not
okay.
93. 39. 39, I'm sorry. 39 gonna be from the first region. 42 gonna be from the second region. 30% gonna be from the third. 40 gonna be from the fourth. 26 gonna be from the fifth region. 52% gonna be from the sixth region. 35% gonna be from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th region, and 45 gonna be from the 8th region. Now, only 7 Pokemon from Pokemon Legends will be available in the game. Now, here's why people pissed off. So, Sword and Shield had a total of 435 Pokemon from the game. But in the game, they had a total of 48% of 1,000. How many? Like 1,000 Pokemon we got? Something like that?
Yeah.
They had 48%. Now, here's why people pissed off. Scarlet and Violet will only have 44% of all the Pokemon that's available. So that's why everybody pissed off. So
To
that
start
high,
with or what?
huh?
Or like to start with or
No, in the whole entire game, out of 1,000 some Pokemon we got, only 44%
No,
will.
so just wait, Dad, because I think I know what you're talking about, and I don't think they have that information yet. But let him finish what he's
Something like
saying.
the DLC and stuff like that.
Yes, because that's what they did with this.
No,
Sword and Shield.
no, they ain't,
They don't have the DLC.
They don't have the
yet,
DLC.
So there's a high chance that more Pokemon will come out with the DLC.
No, I'm just saying with this here, this is the base game.
Yeah.
No,
But that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
eventually.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have included that. So what I'm going off of did not include the DLC from Sword and Shield.
Mm-hmm.
So the base game for Sword and Shield had 48% 48% Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And data miners did their data mining. This does include the DLC because allegedly they found out about the DLC too. But
But that was after the game came out.
no, I'm talking about for Scarlet and Violet.
Oh.
They some data miners already got the info for the DLCs. How, I do not know.
That sounds like this. Okay.
I mean they said because allegedly they got the DLC Sweetcoon and I forgot wherever the mythical grass Pokemon is coming in those DLC.
Celebi?
Not Celebi. Start with a V.
Varian?
Yeah, that one. Those two gonna be the main mythical Pokemon for the DLC. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
So yeah, they already got information about the DLC. But these are for the base, not the DLC included. So a lot of people pissed off that Scarlet and Violet are not gonna have as many
the
Pokemon,
Pokemon.
as Sword and Shield. They were like, oh, how Sword and Shield got more Pokemon, but Scarlet and Violet gonna have 44%. You know what I'm saying? So, Dad, how you feel about Scarlet and Violet having less Pokemon in the base game?
it shouldn't be that way. Like it makes no sense. Like how are you gonna bring up a game later and have less Pokemon?
Right?
Like the math ain't mathing for me right now. Something ain't right about that.
Mm-hmm. LJ, how you feel about it?
I've said this again. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Until you beat the game, I am completely fine with you only being able to play the Pokemon that's in that region. But once the game unlocks, you should be able to get your all Pokemons in. Now, I do want to know what the excuse is for this time, because the excuse for last time was that there are too many Pokemon for them to do all the animations to in enough amount of time for them to finish the game, as well as the new moves that they need to do and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that, as with the DLC, that eventually came, some more Pokemon came out.
I think additional 400.
I think so. Now, I said this again. I really do like the idea of like these. You how in the real world you won't see this animal here unless you bring it over.
Yeah.
Is in a zoo, or you have some right.
Yeah,
to
we
have
won't
it.
see a giraffe in Mobile.
Yeah, right. You won't see a giraffe in Mobile unless you go to the zoo.
Yeah.
And you probably won't see the giraffe in Mobile at Mobile Zoo because
Hell, we Alabama.
right, you need to go to Birmingham for that.
That's what I was just gonna say.
If it's not Birmingham, do not go to that zoo. I'm just in Alabama. I'm just saying that now. If I'm telling you, they got these backwater zoos back here. Don't go to them. I don't know why you laughing. You laughing because you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm
you're
laughing.
But I like the idea that you can, not all Pokemon. This is a certain reason that Pokemon are supposed to be animals or monsters, pocket monsters, whatever. That and they can only sustain in this area. That's why I like the regional variants because it's just like there's what is that? What's the animal? It's like it's a rodent. But it's like this rodent can only live in this area because this has this type of water, right? So I like that, but I do think once you have beaten the game, like that's a reason why you beat the game, like in the old ways you complete the regular decks and then you get the national decks, right? That's how that usually works. And then you, instead of having the national decks, you have the worldwide decks, and so you transfer all the Pokemon. That's what should be happening.
Oh yeah, because they did away with national decks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what should be happening. You should, after you have beaten the game, and if they want to be like, well, to get all the Pokemon, which this would suck in my opinion, because it would. You have to complete the Pokédex. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I have to complete the Pokédex to get my other Pokemon. Right, you only making 100 new Pokemon plus whatever, so that ends up being 44%, which is 400 to 500 Pokemon. If you've been playing Pokemon as long as we have almost every single Pokemon.
Right.
We might not actually have every single Pokemon, but it's close and darn near.
We got every Pokemon that we want.
Yes, exactly.
I sure do.
And I do know people who main objective when they play Pokemon games is just to complete the Pokédex.
Right.
They don't they battle because they have to, but they want to complete the Pokédex. That's their main thing and goal in the game. So, like I said, I'm completely fine with you withholding Pokemon until you beat the game. But once you have beat the game, and once you have what should come back as the national decks, then you should have all Pokemon open to you. But I need to know the reason why they aren't doing it, because now, like I was okay with Sword and Shield. I like they trying something. Let's see how it works. I liked it based on the fact that hold
on. Do you know the actual reason for Sword and Shield or no?
The actual reason for Sword and Shield was that they said that they couldn't do all the Pokemon at one time to give them all 3D sprites.
Okay.
And that they needed new moves for people.
The system couldn't handle it.
It's something about the system.
Yeah.
But
and with the moves and stuff, you're right.
That's what they said. But what is the reason for Sword and Shield? I mean, it's Scarlet and Violet.
Could be the same thing.
The first two reasons should not be a thing. You've had time to have every Pokemon in 3D sprite and redo the moves.
You had time to figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the system complications, but we've been saying that the Switch been needed a new 3D. So if the Pokemon company, remember the Pokemon company makes the Pokemon game, Niantic makes the Pokemon Go. If the Pokemon company comes out and say, hey, we can't give you every Pokemon because Nintendo console cannot handle it, then we will understand that and be mad at Nintendo, and people will stop being mad at you. Mm-hmm. But if you don't give us a reason as to why, then we can only assume it's your fault because you're the one who makes the game.
Right.
Now we can say it's both of y'all's fault. Technically, because Nintendo should be saying, "Hey, why can't you give us all the Pokemon again?" Right? It's like, is there a problem? But if it actually is the Switch is not capable of handling it, then you need to go to Nintendo and say, "Hey, give us a Pro," and then we can be like, "Hey, give us a Pro because we want our Pokemon." and then they will be pressured into giving us a pro, which they probably need to give us one anyway. Right. And then you can make the game you want and give us all our Pokemon, and everybody will be happy. That's how you fix that situation. But if that is not, but those first two situations is no longer a excuse. I gave you that excuse for Sword and Shield. I don't take that excuse now because it's been 2 years, I think. Mm-hmm. So you 3. It's been 3 years. So now we need to know the reason why.
So let me ask this question. Yeah, it's kind of on subject, but it's kind of off subject. Outside of the 3DS, has like the Nintendo ever actually given us a pro version of anything?
No.
No.
That's what I thought. Like, because there was no Wii Pro, there's no Wii U Pro, there's
technically,
no Switch Pro.
What they used to say is that the Wii U was supposed to be a pro version of the Wii, but that was just bullshit.
Not. It was not.
We all know what was going on with that.
That was one of their worst decisions ever.
I actually had a Wii U.
Poor soul.
Mm-hmm. My son loved it.
I feel sorry because I did not. I saw that from a mile away. I know what this is, and I'm not because I'm finna say, bro, my Wii games that they was making for the Wii U look better on the Wii than the Wii U. I was like, bro, I know what this is, but basically what they were trying to do, like, hey, if you want your Wii U games on the go, upgrade to the Wii U. If you don't,
you couldn't play it on the go.
You couldn't play it on the go.
You can play it on the go. The tablet. They had like this.
No.
The tablet. No, you had that tablet had to be connected.
Oh, it had to be connected.
Yeah, you could. It wasn't like the Switch. The only thing that you got good from the Wii U was that they were like, let's make the tablet on the go. You didn't get on the go until you got the Switch.
Oh, okay.
That tablet was.
But still, that was the same. Like, hey, you can play your Wii U games on the tablet. Or you can play your Wii games on the tablet.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
But I could have sworn, like I said, I ain't have a Wii U.
What you could do is, as long as you was in the same room, you could play it on the tablet. Yeah. And then somebody could be watching TV.
Yeah.
That's
with some games. It wasn't even all games.
See, and that's why they made a Wii U, because they try to say, hey, if you want to. That's why I didn't buy a Wii U. They like, hey, because they're making the same games, but it was still the same specs. Yep. Nothing upgraded at all. They're like, hey, if you want to play your Wii games while you like somewhere in a different part of your room or the house, you can. I'm like, bro, I'm finna just sit here and play my game. Like, I'm not finna, no. And then when that Wii U came out and they ain't dropped no games on it at all, I'm like, I'm glad I ain't spent no money on it because y'all ain't put no games on it. And that's why I said to this day, the Switch is just is the Wii U mistake. At the end of the day, the Wii U was supposed to be what the Switch is, and the Switch is supposed to be our pro 4K 60 frames per second console from Nintendo. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why. That's like Nintendo knew what they was doing. The Wii U was so horrible that they had to redo it, remodel, and bring in the Switch. And boom, the Switch took off. The Switch supposed to come out during the Wii U. And our 4K 60 beautiful open world type games that we're supposed to get to compete with Xbox and PlayStation, it's supposed to be the Switch. That's why the Switch is still so far behind. Because Nintendo got money. We all know that. Nintendo probably got more money. They got more money than PlayStation. And they might have more money than Xbox. But that's a toss-up because Xbox killing the game right now with Xbox Game Pass. So I don't know. But we know for a fact they got enough money to build a pro console to compete with PlayStation and Xbox. But they ain't finna do that because they know their main audience is little kids. And what little kids gonna want? They don't want no 4K 60 frame per.
I don't know.
I mean, like.
No, I know what you're saying, but I feel like the Switch is really for older people. It was a meme. It was like.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like all the kids are playing Call of Duty on their.
And while we over
Fortnite.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but still, hell, Nintendo ain't gonna do it though. They ain't.
But if that's the reason, I'm saying that Pokemon Company should make that be known. I guess you could say that's wrong because then you make a bad relationship with Nintendo. But
we can all agree to this though. Here's the thing, because we can cancel everything we just said. Pokemon got the power because there are almost 800, 900 Pokemon in Sword and Shield today, right now. Nintendo got the manpower. And Pokemon got the manpower to at least at least put 80% or 75% of all the Pokemon available in Scarlet and Violet. The reason why they're not doing it is because they're gonna drop these DLCs and we gotta pay for it once again. Cause we know
You didn't have to pay for the Pokemon.
no, you had to pay for the Pokemon in Sword and Shield.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought the
No.
Pokemon came in free.
No,
Okay, never
no,
mind.
you had to pay for the additional 200 Pokemon on both DLCs.
I did not. I didn't
Yeah.
remember that, but we had already bought it, so I didn't care. So
That was a big thing. You didn't know that?
I think I just don't.
Yeah,
remember that.
with the
Because we had already bought
DLCs,
it.
that's when because you couldn't if you ain't had the DLC, you couldn't bring in the legendaries. That's why everybody was pissed off at. So that's what I'm saying. They gonna probably pull that move because they can put Pokemon in there. We saw that in Sword and Shield.
Mm-hmm.
But what Scarlet and Violet gonna do is they got the manpower. We know that because if Sword and Shield can do it, I know darn well Scarlet and Violet can do it. So what they gonna do is they gonna drop DLC $30. Hey, if you want additional 250, 300 Pokemon, you gotta pay $25 for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they gonna do. I don't know what's going on, but that's what they gonna do. So, like I said, Pokemon is just following suit like everybody else. They money hungry.
And that's what happens. But I mean, that's what in this industry is coming into.
Yep,
is
money hungry.
money hungry. I mean, there are still people who value stuff, but like, for example, we've been playing Overwatch 2 a lot. It's a free to play game, but they have so much stuff that people want. Skin wise, voice lines, emotes, charms, things like that. They have all that stuff that people want, but you have to buy it. Like the premium battle pass is $10, and then you look at what you can get for free. It's like I can't get a free thing for like 10. Whatchamacallits? At least with Destiny, your battle pass is kind of you buy it. It's built into when you buy the DLC. I like that, but it's you still paying for it. You gonna have to pay for what you want. It sucks. It shouldn't be like that. I wish we could go back to the old time, but you have to remember this is how they pay the company, the people who work on it, and all these other things.
And all the people that want them 8K 60, 120 frame games, that's why everything is being paid for. Because these programs and all these other stuff cost money. We don't know how much a 8K, 4K game costs. Back in the day, a video game probably cost $500,000 to make. Now it probably Call of Duty. It takes $100 million to make Call of Duty.
Right.
So
that's more than I was about to say that's more than a lot of movies, but I'm talking about like the top movies.
So just for a video game itself, right to this day, costs almost $500 million to make. So that $60, $70 game that we are buying is not $60 to $70 no more. Because Dad can attest to this. When he bought 2K, he didn't buy a $60, $70 game. No. How much money you spent on 2K?
Originally, so 2K was $70 plus original VC. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm getting depressed.
There you go.
He slowly.
There you go. Hey, so these games are not video games. They're not video games anymore. Video game used to bring in joy, happiness, and
come on, it still does.
I mean, it's still that, but still,
but you just gotta pay.
You gotta pay. Yeah,
like
you gotta pay a lot.
else.
So a $67 game ain't $67. No, you gotta pay additional $200.
As the old saying goes, money don't buy happiness, but it sure do help a lot.
Yeah, but like I said, Pokemon can do it. They did it with Sword and Shield. What they trying to do is follow suit like everybody else. They like, hey, we can instead of putting 75% of Pokemon, let's put in half or less than half of the Pokemon we got. And let's wait 3-4 months down the road and bring in a DLC to say, hey, you get a additional hour-long story, and with that story, you get the other 250 Pokemon. And you just got to pay $20-some. And guess what? We gonna pay that $20-some. So that's what Pokemon doing. Pokemon can do it. There's no reason. They probably can't put the whole entire Pokemon in there. Because they be like, yeah, we could charge y'all and we could push 3 DLCs out to the point where we could put all the Pokemon in there. But if we do that, the game gonna be unplayable because it's gonna be at 5 frames per second, and then if you go to co-op or if you go to comp, it's gonna freeze. So I'm pretty sure Pokemon probably can put all the Pokemon in there, but they gonna be like, nah, we're gonna hold off and only put a few, and with the few we're gonna put in there, we're gonna charge out for it. How they did Sword and Shield.
Yep.
So
That's more than likely what's gonna happen.
that's what was coming to. But for everybody out there, some data miners, I don't know how they did it, but some data miners went inside, and come to find out, only 44% of all the Pokemon gonna be in the game. In the base game. So hold on. So it's gonna be a total of 445 Pokemon out of 1,000 and something.
Because we don't know if we seen all the new regions Pokemon, which we haven't technically.
No, because we only saw like
6
10.
or 7.
Yeah, so yeah, no, we didn't see all the new ones.
So that's added on with the new ones. So, but yeah, it's
The new ones is 103. So yeah, we ain't see the new ones. We only saw like you said, like 8 or 9 new ones.
gotcha.
But
Because they just released Billy Boat, which I'm gonna say this real quick, and then we end it. I like the new way how they do their intros, not intros, but their
hold on. No, say that. Talk about your eggs.
I need it to be confirmed first.
But tell them though.
No, okay.
Tell them what maybe, because you forgot the egg community in Pokemon.
They are crazy.
Yeah, but tell them that.
So,
because this is big news that may ruin hatching for a lot of people. Because that's how you get the shinies. And for all you shiny hunters out there, you need to listen to LJ because you may be in trouble.
So the thing about in Sword and Shield, it made egg hunting
so easy,
egg and shiny hunting and all that stuff just so easy.
So easy.
And it had been like that, but it was really easy this time because of all the things that you got to get eggs. All you had to do is put a Ditto and a Pokemon you wanted, put in the whatchamacallit, make sure one had good IVs, and just go to town and make sure you had the right nature. That's it, and just hatch them, and that's it. That's pretty much all you had to do. What's going on now is that lately, I say for those who don't like battling and all the other stuff, they start these things where you can hang out with your Pokemon now. So last time it was making a camp in the what they call it, wild area. Yeah, making a base camp in the wild area, and you can make curry for your Pokemon. This time you can have a picnic with all your Pokemons and with your friends if you do the online option. And if you play around long enough, there's a chance for an egg to pop out. What is being said is that this is the new way to get eggs. If this is the new way to get eggs, nobody will be doing eggs. The reason why is because it would just take too long. We don't know how long you have to be with a Pokemon for them to hatch an egg. You don't know you can still hatch them, use a Ditto. You don't know you have to use 2 of the same Pokemons, or you have to do a weird combination. You don't know any of that yet. And so that's why I'm saying wait until we see, hopefully we get more information. Hopefully there is still a nursery. Because if there's not a nursery and they try to do this, it's just impossible. It's impossible for you to get those 6 IV Pokemons. It's impossible to get the good nature Pokemon just this easily. What will now have to happen is that you will, if you want your shiny hunt Pokemon, you're going to have to just do it in person. You're just going to have to keep encountering that same Pokemon over and over again. And I've seen people take 1,000 tries to try to just get one shiny. It's all based off of luck, but still, with how they had it in Sword and Shield, it was more down to a comfortable number where, yeah, it might take 400 to 600 tries, but I know I'm eventually get one. It's not going to take 1,000 to 2,000 tries because you don't have everything, and it's just harder to do. That's just completely ridiculous for them to change eggs this way if it is the way that our eggs. Now, if this is a bonus way to get eggs, that's cool, that's fine, that's dandy. But this should not be the main way to get eggs. Not period.
So for all you shiny hunters out there, and for all you comp people like myself, We just gotta wait and see. Cause yeah, I'm guarantee you I ain't finna do that.
I'm definitely not gonna do that. Like I shiny hunted for the Eevee, and I got it, and I turned into a Sylveon, and I say it was just so easy. Uh, and that's what a lot of people do, and that's like when you see competitive Pokemon players, it's not that they hacked the game or anything. They hacked those Pokemon. They became shinies, and they just trained them up with bottle caps and everything else to get them to the hyper level that they are now. And that's what they do. I mean, that's what happens. But that's just ridiculous for them to do it that picnic wise. And I just looked it up on mine. They don't mention the eggs. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that it really is not the way to hatch eggs. But I'm telling you, if that is, it's on site for some people, for the Pokemon company. Some people, they gonna be.
You want to fight?
It's not me. I'm just gonna be like, I'm just not gonna catch no Pokemon. But or you go back to Sword and Shield. It has all the Pokemons you can from Sword and Shield.
Well, what about the new one though?
Oh well.
They want the new Pokemon to get their IV. So I don't know. Like I say, I'm the comp player, LJ the shiny hunter. We just gotta see. I truly don't know. I might just, if depending on if they nerf my comp team, I might just go with my comp team. From Sword and Shield, and then transform over if I could transform all of them over. So I don't know. We just gotta wait to see though. But for all you shiny hunters out there, man, you know, you may have to hack the game to actually get your shinies, unless you want to spend 200 hours on a couple of eggs instead of an hour.
You say 2 hours?
I said a couple hours. I thought I said a couple hours.
I thought you said
I don't know
2
what
hours.
I don't know what I was
You gonna
at.
be spending more than 2 hours.
I thought I said a couple hours.
Yeah, and you gonna be spending like 100 hours just to get probably
to get it one shiny. Yeah, cause I don't like I said, I don't do shiny hunting. I don't got time to do that. But I know in Sword and Shield it was way easier to get some shinies. But I ain't feeling if that's the case, y'all can have that. I just want my good 5 or 6 IV Pokemon, and I'm going to call.
But I mean, you just gonna have to hunt for them now.
Yeah, that or I'm gonna just transfer my old comp team. Like I said, if they don't nerf them, or make them to the point where I can't bring them no more. So you know, I just gotta wait and see for that though.
Gotcha.
But Dad, man, what's your final words before we dip up out of here?
I'm scared to say anything because I don't want to make a LJ mad today.
What you saying? What you saying?
I just don't want to make LJ mad today. But all I'm saying is, today's been a great episode. I appreciate everybody who watches and listens and everything like that. And I'll catch y'all next time.
I'm afraid to ask
LJ. You want to ask me? You might just want to end.
You go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
If you want to say something.
Go ahead.
Cause hell, today it been you. Today it was your episode, so you might as well say a goodbye.
I'm not saying nothing. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and say. Go ahead and say your final word. You don't gotta bring up Boruto.
I'm good. I'm good.
Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. I don't know what LJ got against Boruto, but
I have nothing against Boruto.
But
I have absolutely nothing against.
Hopefully, I enjoyed this episode. At the end of the day, it's all between your big three, because we don't. To be honest with you, there's not really a big three. That's an option, or not option. That's an opinion. I say option. Yeah, always opinion. That's an opinion. So who knows? At the end of the day, but we know for certain, Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, and some others that I can't really name right now off the top of my head. We know they played a huge part in it. We all can agree to that.
They're all in the conversation.
Yeah, but
it's just Boruto can't claim any of that. It had to be said. Boruto just can't claim all of that,
which is correct, because it's nothing but filler. But I didn't make the article. But at the end of the day, like I said, we don't know who was really the big three. It's just an opinion at the end of the day. So,
like I said, I don't think they're, in my opinion, they're not a new big three. But if there was, it still wouldn't be Boruto.
Hopefully, y'all enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, we not.
I just saying.
Hopefully, I enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna go ahead and end it before LJ preach again about why Boruto is trash.
I mean, it's trash because it's trash.
It is. That is true. That is 100% true. But look here, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode, man, and we catch y'all on the next one. I hope I ain't flipping y'all off.
It looked like it for a
It looked like it
second.
for a second.